In many European countries, border officials assess the migrant children's age based on how they look, and that one guess can change the course of their lives. When an accompanied minor arrives at Europe's borders, the authorities are supposed to assess whether they're under 18 or not. However, what happens in reality is they rely on quick visual judgment, like facial hair, height, or body type. And in countries like Poland, this assessment is not even made by professionals, but by border guards, under heavy pressure and with very little prior training. And when documents like birth certificates are presented, they're often dismissed, while in some cases, handwritten notes have been used as proof of age. This is not a rare mistake, it's what NGOs call endemic. When a child is misidentified as an adult, the consequences are extreme. They lose access to child-specific shelters and can be often detained in adult reception centers. They're not appointed a legal guardian or have any access to protective systems for children. Some children are put in detention centers with unrelated adults, which exposes them to risks of exploitation and violence. Others are unable to apply to asylum in the right way or access any psychological care. The trauma for these children continues, even when the journey is supposedly over. And this happens all across the EU. In Spain's Canary Islands, a tall 13-year-old Eritrean boy was identified as an adult purely based on his appearance, while in Greece, a Syrian boy told the officials, "I was born in 2007, but they wrote down 2006. Suddenly, 1 year older, and you're no longer a child." In 2026, the EU is aiming to adopt a pact on migration and asylum, which is supposed to improve the asylum procedures all across the member states. And it does feature some language on child-sensitive procedures and calls for better protection of minors. However, here's the problem. It still allows member states discretion on how they assess the children's age and does not require any independent age assessment. And lastly, it does not offer any clear accountability if a child is misidentified as an adult. So while it does acknowledge the problem, it clearly will not solve it. So without clear, enforceable safeguards, the children will still be exposed to misidentification and thus left behind by the system.